Hello out there, and welcome to the Danny.
And Riana Show. This is Danny Pena, Riana's husband.
And this is Rihanna Manuel Pena, Danny's wife. And today we got to address some feedback we got because, Danny, there's been a lot of really great comments on our YouTube channel lately.
Yeah, not only comments, but questions too. But there's some comments where people just discover us. They've been sharing their, the content with their family members or friends, or people that visit Punta Cana for the first time. They have a couple things to say about that. So it's been a mix of a lot of things, and I can't wait for us to talk about it here on the show. But quick update. We have already 872 subscribers on YouTube.
Woo!
So please, if you're watching this right now, takes a couple of seconds of your time. Click subscribe, like this video. It will help us out a lot, because the algorithm will spread it out and share it to new people. So please, we need your support as much as you can. Also comment. Please send us questions, more questions and comments. All right, so we have a couple questions and comments, and we're going to read them now. First of all, everyone, thank you so much for taking your time to posting comments and questions here for the show. So, you should go with the first one.
Yeah, and a recap for anybody who might be new here. Danny and I live in Los Angeles with our baby and another one on the way, and soon we'll be relocating to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and we've had a lot of thoughts about that coming from our amazing community. So this first one is from Just Play the Game 76, and it's quite bulky, so I'll cut it down a little bit for time here. But they're asking questions about professional translators. We talked about this in our previous video where we went over all the things you need to do, nuts and bolts, your checklist for leaving the country or specifically going to DR. Now, a translator is going to depend on what documentation you're referring to. We've had Troppy Mom Diaries on the show, and she actually commented on this before as well, saying that you should get somebody who is certified for that service by the Dominican Republic. So usually you're thinking of going to the consulate. That's the most straightforward way to get something done officially, so you don't have to do it twice. That would be our recommendation. That is the best way to go about it so that you don't have any mistakes or you don't have to redo anything. And Danny has actually experienced this firsthand, right, Danny?
Yes, actually, I'm in the process of working on a couple of things, but a big mistake that I did the other day, because I was, we live in Los Angeles. We talked about that, and I was born in New York City, so I'm trying to get a dual citizenship. I needed to get some paperwork, and I had to get my documents signed, notarized, I mean. And me, let me just notarize it here in California. I sent it to New York because I need some paperwork for some documents for them to send it. And it got declined because I notarized it here in California instead of New York. So I'm going to take a trip to New York so I could do all my paperwork, my final couple of things I need to do before I can submit my paperwork. To apply for cellular, dual citizenship, and all that stuff. So it's gonna take some time. But yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta do some research before anything. And also, if you're also gonna do some paperwork in Dominican Republic, and I think somebody asked us about translations. Can you do that with the documents? No, it has to be. If it's Dominican documents that is in Spanish, keep it in Spanish. You cannot translate. Don't make that mistake, so just in case. But yeah, go ahead, Ree.
No, I was just going to mention the advice of taking care of everything at the consulate, like Danny said, in New York is the best way to make sure there's no mishaps, which is what we're working through right now.
Yep.
So that would be our advice, but definitely do your research and call and ask. That's the easiest way to get a straightforward answer. Call whoever is accepting your documentation and ask what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Because their preference is what matters at the end of the day. Just Play the Game also asked some questions about some things with connecting through the cloud and using VPNs. So our plan is we will probably get in-country internet, but we'd also have a backup as Starlink, right, Danny? We're thinking we'll have Starlink as a backup.
Yeah, because there's a lot of construction in the area that we're going to be living. So, and that's a lot of places too in Punta Cana. It's a lot of construction. So, there might be cases where the internet might go out because of that. So I think as a backup, it's good to have Starlink. What I heard, if you buy Starlink, the satellite, the adapter, and also the service, if you buy the adapter, I believe it's cheaper there than the United States. I think it's like $50 to $100 cheaper to buy
Hmm.
it over there. So, but they'll send it to your house and everything from there. You could sign up and that is like a backup. I don't see that as like our main internet
Right.
connection, because I think it's good to have one that is, wired and fast. I don't want to depend everything on just Wi-Fi, so yeah, but it's
Yeah.
good to have.
For sure. And when we visited back in December, we saw Starlinks on a lot of houses. So it's definitely a common solution for people. Like Danny said, right now, while neighborhoods are still actively under construction, but long term, we'll probably get, fiber or whatever wire connection is available there.
One last thing about Starlink, there's two different versions. There's a smaller version of Starlink where you could take that around. That's more for travel. Don't buy that for the house because you need a bigger side that is going to get for more connections and so on. So make sure to buy the bigger version, not the small version of Starlink.
Yeah. And on the subject of VPNs, we don't have any sort of endorsement or agreement with anyone. We use ExpressVPN. I know there's others out there like Surfshark or NordVPN. So there's a lot of really great options. Just
Hmm.
look around and see what is best in that area. Keep in mind, not all VPNs can mimic an IP address from every city. So if you have a really specific place that you want to connect through, make sure that the VPN service you are signing up for has that city on their list of places that they can service. That is one thing that I did run into. Luckily for us, we're connecting through LA, very common hub. Pretty much every VPN will have a Los Angeles option, but not every VPN will have a Memphis or a Chinoga or wherever wherever you're trying to connect through. So make sure that it aligns with the place that you want to create a pass through IP and do your research. Kind of the basis of all of this is do your own research. You have a very specific situation because
Hmm.
everybody does. Make sure what you're doing makes sense for you. But shout out to Just Play the Game and to Drop Your Mom for sending in those comments.
Yeah, I highly recommend to watch that interview that we had with Troppy Mom. Lots of great information there about moving, especially with family. Highly recommend it. So is it my turn now?
Yeah, go
All
ahead, take it
right.
away.
So this is from Dominican Willie 8717. This is from a couple of days ago, actually. And thank you so much for posting a comment. This is not a question, just a comment, and I think we should talk about this week because I think it relates to us. He says, "I live in Punta Cana, and I can say I eat I eat out every day and still spend less money here than the U.S. I used to live in Boston and in Florida, and it doesn't compare. I'm renting a 3-bed, 3-bath villa for $800 a month at a gated community with security, very quiet area. And let me fast forward a little bit. Da, da, da. And yeah, he just says that it's cheap. Like even pays around $200 for electricity, sometimes even less. The thing about AC, if you have to learn when to use it, which is the key thing to save money is when to use it. I know there's some people that will have it off during the day, maybe have it on at night, and that's it. So that's something we just got to get used to. I know fans helps out a lot. You will save a lot of money with
Yeah.
electricity if you use fans. So with us that we have PCs and electronics, that's something that we have to figure out and get used to. We might have some cases where we have to turn on the AC, to keep the PC cool, not all day, but we just got to get used to it, I think, so we'll see. But who knows if it's nice and cool, it's like a nice little breeze, you don't need to have an AC on, just have your windows open and you're good. All
Yeah.
good.
I will say moving air does a lot, right? So, like Danny mentioned, fans are pretty much all I need when I get overheated. I just need the air to be moving around me. Like
Hmm.
crack a window, like turn a little side bedside fan on. And when it comes to PCs, obviously they're built with fans in them. So, yeah, I think we can figure it out. And there's no problem too big for us to solve. But shout out to Dominican Willie. That's a great deal. Three beds, three baths for 800. I know that's something we would love to see as our rental as
Mhm.
we're renting, waiting for our big house to be finished and the construction. So yeah, shout out to you. Thanks for your comment and congrats on finding a great setup for your way of life. It sounds very luxurious in the ways that we would like to live. So we can't wait
Mhm.
to join you down there.
Yeah, you have another one? Or
I
you want me
have
to go?
another one, and it's
Okay.
actually funny because as we're mentioning the delays and waiting for our home to be built, this is something that's pretty common anytime you see people talking about building a new property in DR or buying something pre-construction the way we have. There's always these warnings. And this warning in particular comes from Harris Levinson 2877 saying, be prepared for disappointment regarding timelines. If they say 2 years, it'll be four. All projects in Punta Cana are far behind schedule, and builders are happy to overpromise. Hope you got an attorney who will insist that payments are tied to construction milestones. If they don't, they run away fast. So definitely hear you, Harris Levinson. That's something that we have heard many times, of course, as we have done our research before we made our commitments. However, we're very confident with our builder. We've seen projects that they've done; they've delivered on time or early. We
Mhm.
see other houses that they're building that are going up on time, and we're feeling great about it. And if it's a few months late, it's a few months late, right?
Mhm.
What's the real
Yeah.
cost there? So
Well,
we
yeah.
we feel that we are comfortable with the situation we've entered into, and you'll of course hear how it's going along the way, and that's part of what we're doing on this channel.
Yeah, one of the things that we did some research about the developer. We got to see some of the houses that the developer built. One that is huge is a huge, huge house that's located in Punta
Gorgeous,
Cana
gorgeous home.
Village. And they also worked on other projects in Cap Cana. I know they're working on Gem. That's like a condo area. And there's another one where they're doing like a work business building there in Cap Cana, actually near the water park around there. So, we did some research, and actually one of the thing that I found out is the house that they built in Punta Cana Village, they finished it way before the time, way before the deadline. So, that gave me a lot of confidence to like, hey, we love the design, we love the things that they've done. I love the packaging, the everything that they showed us, that we decided to go with them, and I'm confident that I think it's going to work out. Actually, we also been watching some videos because we follow them on Instagram, and we've been watching some videos of other projects that we're working on. And I remember when we were there back in December, there was like nothing. The land was completely, basically empty, right? I saw a couple of videos recently. They're almost done with that project, so they're fast. And
Yeah, walls
I'm
are
not
up.
saying that every developer is like that, but it is good to do some research before you sign some papers and documents and make it official. So we feel good about it. And like you're right too, even if it's like delayed for a little bit, like it's fine. But I'd rather to see quality than going like super fast. So yeah, but I feel good
Absolutely.
about it. I feel good overall.
For sure. And quick note, we're not going to talk in detail about our realtors because we haven't finished working with them. But they are a company, right? And it's not just one individual person who is performing the services of a realtor.
Hmm.
If you're familiar with the way DR real estate runs today, there are lots of people who can say they are realtors without any sort of licensure or any sort of board that checks their history or their record or anything like that. That is
Hmm.
actively changing. The law is actually changing right now, and we will see more regulation around realty services in Dominican Republic soon. But regardless, we're working with a company that is legitimate. They've worked with many, 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 many clients, many, many builders, many projects, and it's not just one individual, it is a company. So we're very confident. They have lawyers that have looked over everything,
Hmm.
and we feel really good about where we are. But again, if you're thinking of doing this in any country, do your research. Make sure you
Hmm.
vet every single person along the way who's helping you and make sure you feel comfortable and confident that they will keep their word and do what you need them to do.
All right.
We do, and we're really grateful for the partners that we have so far. So thank you, Harris, and good luck if you're building something. If you're waiting for a project, I hope it doesn't take too long. And then let's see, what else
I
do
have
you have,
one.
Danny?
So
Yeah.
this is from Mike. This is from
Okay,
Mike,
Mike.
posted under my EV charging stadium video. It has nothing to do with
Ooh,
EV,
yeah.
but this is a great post that he put up. He said, not EV related, but with your Dominican ID, there are places like El Dorado Waterpark and Fun Republic and many others that offer better prices for us locals. I got a season pass to El Dorado for about $100, and also a Fun Republic is a great spot to enjoy with family. I'm from the capital and I travel to Punta Cana once a month. My kids loves it. We seen videos of El Dorado Water Park. We actually
We've
passed through
driven
there.
past it. We have
Yeah.
friends who have gone. We haven't gone ourselves yet.
Yeah, we haven't, but we will. We will.
Yeah.
And the stuff that we seen looks amazing. It looks beautiful in there, and it's huge, really, really big. And also, it's easy to go in to Cap Cana once you show your ticket or your season pass to security. Because Cap Cana has security everywhere. You can't just drive by it in there. You have to show that, and you go in. You go to the water park, but it looks really, really cool. I can't wait to check it out. I can't wait. So thank you for
Yeah.
for that. All right, so there's another one that I found also from the EV charging station video. Something about that video got a lot of attention, but um, this is from LG Vibes Zero. He said, "Danny, you need to get a Tesla adapter and able to charge with those chargers." I know, I know.
He
It's not a.
was there. He did
I know.
it.
I went there. I looked at the chargers, and remember, this is not a official Tesla charger, and there's places like that over here in the United States. But when you buy a Tesla car, it comes with an adapter for free. So I have the adapter, so it's not an issue. It's not a problem. So when I take my car over there, it's going to be easy for me to charge because I have the adapter. We've even been to places where the majority has been Tesla superchargers I use, but I use regular chargers. Not longer than the superchargers, but I'm already used to it. We're good. I'm really,
Yeah,
really good.
we're
But
all
thank you
set
for
on
mentioning
that.
that.
But no, it's
Gotcha.
good to know. And I don't know if people are buying Tesla secondhand without the charger adapters, but if you are, that's something to think about. You will have
hmm
to make sure you get your hands on one of those adapters.
Yeah, the adapters are cheap. It's not expensive. So
Yeah.
mhm.
So another piece of feedback from places we've explored around Punta Cana, and this is maybe my favorite comment right now.
Ooh, okay, okay.
Once again from Just Play a Game 76. They said, I watched this, and this was our best places to eat episode. I watched this once on my own and a second time with my mom. We're Venezuelan, and she loves anything having to do with the sea or the beach. When I saw the food you're showing, I knew I had to share it with her, and we talked about everything that we saw. And her first comment when the video ended was, "It's a good thing we watched this after we ate dinner." I just thought
That's
that was
really
so
cool.
cute and so sweet. And that really stood out to me because, as you all probably have noticed, family is really important to us. It's something that has constantly motivated and inspired us in this move. There was even a
hmm
comment from somebody else, commending us for considering moving to Las Vegas to be closer to some of our family with baby on the way.
hmm
And it's definitely important that what we make and what we share here in this channel is something you're excited to share with other people. And maybe it's not in order to move or do the exact same thing we're doing, but to at least enjoy the fact that there's other places out there. There's an incredible full life available for families in Punta Cana and Dominican Republic, just like there is here in the States. So um, I'm really excited to see that. And shout out to your mom. Just play the game. Shout out to mom if she's watching. We plan
Definitely,
to show you
definitely,
more tasty food in the future. Don't worry.
definitely. So I have another one. This is from a subscriber. So thank you so much for subscribing to the podcast.
Emmanuel?
It is
Like
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel?
Sorry. I was like, wait, it is Emmanuel. You know this? When people change the way how
Change the
it is actually
spelling?
spelling, it's very confusing. But yes, Emmanuel zero
Yeah.
07. Thank you so much for Yeah, they changed it completely here, the spelling. All right. So This was actually for almost a month ago. Says this is under where we made a video about affordable cities around the world, the most affordable cities in the world. Good stuff as always. Good engagement because y'all are chill, well spoken, and are indeed giving out good info with facts. I like that, with facts. I read that Portugal is a great choice as well and has many perks for foreigners deciding to stay there and live. So thank you so much. That was really cool.
Yeah,
Really,
and
really
shout
cool.
out to you, Emmanuel. We've seen your comments a couple of times. Really appreciate the constant support and feedback. Like it's awesome. I know Emmanuel shouted out a Florida company that has a PO box and they can help you with the logistics of shipping under
Oh
another
yeah.
one of our videos. So yeah,
Yeah, very cool.
that's great. I love to see that engagement and people coming back. And thanks for subscribing. You're the best.
Mhm. Do you have like one more? I have one more after this.
That's it. I will say special quick shout out to Dumb Rep Dreaming for saying that they're interested in seeing our electric bill once we get solar installed. We are too. We
Oh
can't wait
yeah.
to see how
I'm
that
excited
works
for that.
because before we decided to leave this home, which we'd always planned to be here about 5 years, which is what we're coming up on. We talked about, do we want to prepare the house for solar and eventually invest in solar? Because you weren't going to stay long enough for it to really recoup the investment costs, we didn't do it at our home here in
Mhm.
California. But we are very excited to see what kind of savings we can get with solar down in Punta Cana, because obviously there's an abundance of sunlight down there. And
Mhm.
yeah, we have a lot of electronics and a lot of power demand. So yeah, we can't wait to see the cost comparison pre and post solar. And we will definitely be letting you know how
Oh
that
yeah, we're
process
gonna record that.
goes.
We're gonna let me tell you, we're gonna record a lot of things, meaning process, installing, solar panels, a lot of things we're gonna be talking about here on the show. So we can't wait. We can't wait. I have one more, and I think this is cool to end it with because sometimes we post our episodes and we don't know who's gonna be watching. We don't know if people are gonna be posting, but reading all these comments it feels good that there's actually people out there that's actually loving our content and everything. So this is from Destroying Evil Arters. Uh, she posted, "Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are expiring. These videos are truly a blessing. We went to Punta Cana a few months ago and loved it, but we wanted to move to Ecuador, but don't know anymore. It's getting really dangerous. I don't know anything about that. But it says, but Punta Cana is definitely on our top 3 right now, which is cool. Good luck. Hopefully you decide to go to Punta Cana, but I think that it's really cool once we have like conversations like this, me and Ree about lots of things and also recording videos of like, traveling to Punta Cana or Dominican Republic. It's good to show people the other side, not what you see through the news. So I like this a
Absolutely.
lot. It's really, really cool. And it's honestly, I'm learning a lot from other creators too, because like they're there, there's stuff that we don't know yet, and we're learning. And plus, if we get to learn a lot of the things to do over there, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna share that knowledge to everybody else. So,
Yeah, and we've been connecting with folks that get shout out here, like with the Dominican Bridge and Jay Abroad. Like we've been talking with a lot of those folks who have a lot more experience than we do, and
mhm.
they have incredible resources on their channels from different perspectives as well. So hopefully we can all make this easier for each other, right? And please be safe if Ecuador is where you decide to go, or if Punta Cana or one of the other places on your top 3 is where you end up going.
Mhm.
We hope that that is a positive choice for you and your family. And we just got to keep working on doing our best out here. We're all in this planet together, so we got to figure it out
100%.
somehow.
Awesome. But now, everyone, thank you so much for once again posting your comments and questions here on the podcast. And we're planning to come back next week with more things to talk about. So stay tuned. But once again, couple minutes, a couple seconds of your time, go right now and subscribe to our channel and spread the word about the Danny and Riana Show. Once again, thank you so much. Until next time, we're out.
Bye.